When I first heard that Toni had won this award, I thought, of course she did. There's only a handful of people that really are worthy to win this award, and she would certainly be one of those handful.
She is a leader. She is an icon. She means a lot to a lot of people in our business.
She grew up in a male-dominated industry. It's only really been in the last 15 years or 20 years or so, a lot more women have come into the industry. You can look at Toni as a trailblazer. First of, including first female board member at RealPAC.
My grandmother always said to me, you need to have land, you need to understand real estate. In her time in the 1900s, she was able to get a bit of land, and that gave her choice and opportunity. And she said for women at that point, women need to be strong and have that. My career actually started at Fantasy Fair, so in a park setting with lots and lots of employees. I learned on the job. I kept moving along. I took other courses. My greatest mentor at Cadillac was Peter Sharp, and he invested in me and helped me get through the various aspects of my career at Cadillac. I ran many shopping centers. I was in head office and did a lot of the marketing and the operations. I was there when we went through CCAA, but probably the culmination for me and one of my pride and joy was being the first female GM at TD Centre, the 4.5 million square foot iconic complex in Canada, and truly a legacy and steward legacy for me to be able to take Mies van der Rohe's architecture and ensure that it continued to have a place in downtown Toronto.
She's been the first in many regards as a female, and her motto is, I may be the first, but I'm not going to be the last. So, throughout my time in the industry, that has really been a short span. I've been in the industry about 6 years. I've had countless people come up to me and countless stories of people saying, your mother has been pivotal in my career. She gave me that piece of advice when I had no one else to, turn to. She was that trusted advisor, and she's really brought up so many young women in a very male-dominated industry.
I first met Toni about 7 years ago when I joined the Infrastructure Ontario board, and she took several hours outside of her regular day job to help me get a better understanding of the business. And she was very generous with her time. She was very warm, and I just had a really great feeling from interacting with this person that not only was excellent at her job, but had a real sensitivity to social issues and felt strongly about what she was contributing to the world.
When she left as the head of real estate and took, let's call it a lateral position as the head of ESG for Infrastructure Ontario, as soon as I heard that she was doing that, I thought, what a perfect fit for her. Because that is who she is. She is a warm person. She is about values. She is about progressing women in this industry. And she is the icon as a result.
As Toni receives this award by her peers, I'm hoping that other younger leaders, younger female leaders, will rise and learn and want to emulate many of the qualities that we see in Toni.
Toni left Infrastructure Ontario of December of last year when she decided to finally retire from our industry. I was lucky enough to have 18 months with Toni when I joined, and I can tell you that her leadership, her style, her decision-making, who she is every day still very much part of our organization. We see Toni in so many of the things that we do, and her footprint is massive that she left here. And we'll be talking about Toni and her accomplishments for many, many years to come.
She talks about, and I think really embodies, all aspects of what she calls the ABCs of leadership: authentic action, boundless belief, and courageous curiosity. And I think using that as, the guiding principle for any leader is a recipe to be an icon in this industry.
What a wonderful way to end just an incredible career and journey that I've had with many, many, many of you. All the years that we have spent together, laughing, collaborating, innovating, competing, but making our industry better. I think we are so lucky to be in an industry that is people-oriented, outcome-oriented, future-oriented, and leaving a legacy. I'm truly humbled, I'm truly honored, and I thank you all.